Okay, hi. While doing research, I read about Shade the Changing Man, which I find kind of interesting, but it's a very obscure character. He was created by Steve Ditko, who's best known for co-creating Spider-Man and also the comic character Mr. A, and my personal favorite, The Question. And there were a couple of issues released in the 70s, but then it fell um, it fell to the X and was cancelled in the late 70s. And to show how little DC gave a fuck about this obscure character is that they included him in the Suicide Squad. It was only later that the character got a proper story or anything, and that was in the 90s by a guy called Milligan, who took probably the best elements of the original Shade the Changing Man series and then transformed it into a more uh, open discussion about many topics using the Shade character. Now, Rack Shade is from a planet called Matter, and he uses the M-Vest, which protects him and projects illusions. Um, and this got later then tweaked up. So because in the Milligan series, he gets kind of trapped on Earth, but he possesses a serial killer and has to basically live with the consequences that he is an alien stuck in a body of a guy who used to kill people for fun. But yeah, now given that the series was released under the Vertigo imprint, it had much more freedom to discuss things than, for example, other stuff, other comic series like, for example, Superman in the 90s. Um, Vertigo has anyway a very special place in my heart for uh, doing great topical things. Like, for example, we had the Sandman series written by Neil Gaiman, and then also Swamp Thing, who had been already re-evaluated by Alan Moore in the 80s, and and under Vertigo it was just taken to the next conclusion. Uh, and also John Constantine series, Constantine or Constantine, however you want to say it. It's not really that important. I think at this point in time, not even the character of John Constantine gives a shit of how people pronounce his last name.
Well, the books are full of words that you read, and the show gets me paid.